Hello and welcome to this week's assembly. Today, in honor of starting this week with the MLK holiday celebrating Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy, we're going to talk about the IB learner profile trait of caring. Caring learners show empathy, compassion, and respect towards the needs and feelings of others. They have a personal commitment to service and act to make a positive difference to the lives of others and to the environment. Martin Luther King Jr. certainly embodied the character trait of caring. Today, I thought we'd talk a little bit about the personal commitment to service that many of our students have been engaged in this year. For example, many of our students recently were engaged in an afternoon day of service where they wrote notes to healthcare workers and made blankets for Project Blindness. In the high school, many of our students recently volunteered at a local food bank during their community day. I've asked Ms. Adney, who coordinates our CAS, which stands for Creativity, Activity, Service Program in the high school, to tell us more about that program and what our juniors and seniors have been doing in the area of community service. Hello, Ms. Adney. Good morning. I'm so happy you have a little bit of time to talk with me this morning. I was hoping you could share with us what the CAS program is all about.
CAS, or CAS, is an acronym which stands for Creativity, Activity, and Service. And these are part of the learner profile that is under the IB program.
Could you share with us some of the service projects that our students have been doing in this area?
Oh, absolutely. So the juniors and seniors, part of their creativity activity service work that they do, they have what's called experiences. And in these experiences, they do creative work, which could be music, art, dance, writing, their own original creative works that they do show evidence on and write reflections on. And then there's the activity portion of it, which is where they do physical activities. Maybe they're running a marathon, maybe they're hiking, things like that. And then the very important part, which is something that we're focusing on right now this month, Martin Luther King, is service, their commitment to service and community. And so with the service portion, the students go out to experience ways that they can be beneficial to a larger community outside of themselves and their own. And right now we have a few seniors that are doing some beautiful service work as part of their CAS project. One senior, she is currently working with the Special Olympics of Wisconsin organization, and she's doing a virtual polar plunge to raise money for the Special Olympics. And what people are doing there is that they are sending their own self-tapes of either going into the lake right now in the winter time, or they're taking an ice bucket outside in their snowy yard and dumping it over themselves and everything, and then giving that to her. And it's shown then on the organization's website, part of the Polar Plunge Challenge. And then another student is working with a nursing home. And so she volunteers there regularly for the next month, doing services and meeting with the folks there.
That's so interesting. Are you going to do the polar plunge?
I am. I did tell her I was going to do it.
Miss Annie, I want to wish you good luck and your son in the polar plunge. And I want to just take a moment and thank all of our students who are doing these very interesting and important volunteer opportunities. And thank you for being such caring learners.
Oh,
What do you love about being a PE teacher?
I love getting to play games and be active with the kids every day, teaching them how to be healthy and how to have fun and how exercise can be exciting and not just about having to do a workout. It can be about playing games and just having a good time. One of my favorite things to teach in PE has actually been cross-country skiing. We've had it in our school for I think 3 or 4 years now, and it's always just so exciting because it's something that's really new for everybody. So most people are all on the same page for that. So it's really exciting to see them as the years go by, getting better and better and better. And eventually, you know, we get to go ski in the trails of the prairie, and it's just awesome to be outside and enjoying the winter.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, which is about 45 minutes northeast of here.
Do you have a pet?
I got a dog over the winter break. I got her on December 21st. Her name is Storm. She's 9 months old, and I wanted to get a dog that was like a year or two, not super high energy, and now I have a 9-month-old puppy that's a ball of energy, and she's just the sweetest girl. She has a ton of names. I call her Storm, Stormy Girl, Peanut, Ears, little lady. She has all the names, and she's doing really, really, really well.
What inspired you to be a teacher?
I love kids, and exercise should be fun and exciting, and so I decided that I wanted to become a PE teacher because I just wanted everybody to enjoy being active and healthy and loving exercise.
What is your advice for the school year?
My advice for the school year is to be patient with everybody, your parents, your teachers, yourselves, your classmates. Also just be flexible because things can change on a dime, as we've all found out, and technology is not always our friend. The last thing that I'd say for advice is just be active. Find something you like to do. If it's winter, if it's when it's warming up, whatever it might be, just find something to do to have fun. So have some fun.
Okay, my first question for you is, what is your favorite thing about being an English teacher?
My favorite thing about being an English teacher is getting to have really in-depth discussions with you guys about the books that we read. And there's such a good mix in our class. I hope you agree of, content that feels high level, but also we have a lot of fun. So I enjoy that.
Yeah, me too. Who is someone you admire?
I really admire my mom. She's my best friend and the kindest person that I know. And she's, a frontline worker right now, being a doctor during COVID. So I just really appreciated how when we talk about these current times together, that she's an eternal optimist and super positive no matter what. And so I've tried to carry that with me as best I can too.
That's so great that you have such a good relationship with your mom. Something on your bucket list that you haven't done yet?
Ooh, okay. I would love to hike the Pacific Crest Trail in its entirety. So it's 2,600 some miles, and my dad and I have hiked segments of it together, but I've never done the entire thing. And I love backpacking, I love hiking, but I think it would take about 5 months for me to do this. And there's that little problem called school, which would keep me from doing that at this time, but I hope to maybe figure it out someday.
Okay, my next question is, what is one of your favorite hobbies?
I love reading and writing for sure. And I'm a poet in my life outside of being a teacher at MCDS. So I definitely try and write as much as I can outside of school.
What is your favorite genre of writing?
I absolutely love poetry. It's, my career outside of school, as I said, and I love teaching poetry. My favorite books of poems are definitely Sylvia Plath's Ariel and Theodore Retke's complete works. And so we're actually going to be studying those in 9th grade this year too.
Tell us about what you do at MCDS.
Here at MCDS, I help keep the building running. I help Mr. Sievers in keeping the lights on and the water working, and we take care of the outside and just make sure that the school and the whole building keeps running.
What's your favorite part about MCDS?
I love the kids first and foremost. Seeing their faces every day brings a smile to my face, and I love the campus here at MCDS. The back 40 acres is beautiful, the marsh is beautiful, and I've seen lots of really cool animals since I've been here.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in a small town north of Milwaukee called Cedarburg. It's a little touristy town. I think it's been number 2 in tourism forever, next to the Wisconsin Dells.
What do you like to do for fun?
For fun, besides the usual outdoor stuff, I like to go to Mallards games and forward FC games, do some geocaching and some escape rooms, and obviously camping and hiking. It's something you'd find surprising about me. Probably that I'm an amateur genealogist. I love doing research on my family tree. Some cool discoveries I had was that I had a great-grandfather who worked for the FBI, and I had a great, maybe one more great-grandfather who came over from Germany and was a brewer in Milwaukee around the turn of the century. So it's kind of cool to have a little brew making in the family.
Who is someone you admire and why?
Somebody I really admire is my late father. He was an English teacher, high school English teacher, for over 30 years, and it wasn't until he passed that I realized how many people he touched and influenced in all his years of teaching. So that just really meant a lot to me, that he meant to so many other people. My favorite childhood book, I remember like roaming around in the library looking for something to read. Winter break was coming up. I want to say it was like 6th grade, and I found a book, and it was called My Side of the Mountain by Gene Craighead George, and it's about a little boy that has enough of New York life, goes out to the Catskill Hills and starts living in a tree and makes a friend with a few animals, and it's just always been a really favorite book of mine. I remember reading it like all in one day on winter break when I was younger.
What is something you want to do but haven't done yet?
Something I've always wanted to do, and I don't know what my fascination is with it, but I've always wanted a road trip down the Mother Road, aka Route 66, take it from Chicago all the way to California and stop at all the weird, quirky Americana sites that was really dominant back in the day before it all disappears.
Do you have a pet?
I do have 2 pets. I have a betta fish at home called Ripley, and we also have another pet. He's right here. This is Sheldon. You can say hi to Sheldon. He is a Russian tortoise. He's actually my son's, but he's a family pet, and if we go on a road trip or something, Sheldon usually comes with us on the road trip. It's really easy to transfer him as long as he has his heating lamp to keep him warm. So we got to get him back inside. Look, Sheldon, it's your people. My advice for the school year, it's pretty simple. Read, read, read. I think reading is the greatest tool that anybody can ever have. It'll help you in every facet of your life, whether you're learning or you're putting together a coffee table from IKEA. Read. It'll help you.
And now it's time for birthdays. Happy birthday to Matthew, Xanthi, Elliot, Josie, Sage, Claire, Ellie, Sid, Hassini, Levi, Noah, and Henry. Happy birthday and have a great week, everyone. And by the way, don't you think this icicle is really cool here? I've been taking pictures of these and sending them back to my friends in California.